Welcome back to our channel. So notice my background is very, very different than our usual one, and that's because I'm sitting in the middle of the playroom trying to figure out how to organize it, and I want to talk to you ladies about getting started with anything that you have. So here's what I'm trying to say. 2 years ago we moved into this house, and I felt like I couldn't really get some of the projects done. They felt like they were bombarding me, and there was just so much to do since this was a full gut out that by the time it was time to like move in and put things away, I kind of just wanted to tuck them away and just have everything be functional instead of actually organizing everything. So this playroom used to be my husband's office, and we ended up moving him out of here into our master bedroom just so that the kids have an extra space to play, giving them a little more space, especially during the winter. Being a homeschool family has helped us a lot. We have plasma cars and a kitchen and all their other toys, and I'm trying to figure out a way to organize it. So the first thing that I want to start with is make sure that you just hold on to boxes. I think it's the cheapest way to save money when it comes to organizing, and remind yourself that it doesn't have to be Pinterest worthy. It just has to be functional and easy for the kids to put it away and have it be organized. So often I feel like I am guilty of this, and I think a lot of moms are. You want the picture perfect, like Pinterest look, and so you don't get started on the project. But instead of doing that, just start saving boxes and extra bins that you might find. You'll be surprised on how many different sizes you could find, and try to work with what you have. In the long run, you could always change things around, but for now, I think it's a really, really good start. So here's all the boxes I have. So I have these random lids, and I always thought because they're so sturdy that they would come in handy, and I think I'm finding a place to use them today. Then I still have these two extra bins, and notice they don't like match many things, but these will come in handy for organizing like the kids stuff, especially if you can put it in a place where you won't see it, like inside of their kitchen. Then I have this like random one. I have no idea where I got it from. I don't use it in the kitchen because it doesn't have a lid, but again, it might come in handy to organize the kids stuff. I have another random box. I have no idea where I got these from. These are just things, seriously, that I've accumulated. I also have a tendency to cut the top if I need to. This is one of the ones that was a bit too high, and so I ended up just cutting the top and creating myself. It's not as strong as the other ones, but it still will come in handy. And then this is just a shoebox. So I don't know if I'm going to use this, but just to give you an idea. I also grabbed some of this in case I need it for like extra support. We just have extra, so I like to hold on to things, but it's like this foamy thing, and it's sticky on one side, and I was thinking that I could possibly use that today. And you can't go wrong with duct tape. This is actually what I'm working on today. I want to figure out like which of these works. This is too big, so I basically want to figure out like how to add an extra shelf here for super, super cheap, just to give them a little more space in their pretend kitchen. Okay, so you can tell that this is too big for the area, and I know that I can cut it and redo it, but that's a lot of work. So I'm going to try to work with it, see if I can kind of make the sides give in a little, and see if I could fit it in a little better. I'm just going to add some of this underneath it to give a little more support so that it stays up. I mean, I know that I can go buy wood and install it and give them a few more shelves, but I'm going to be honest with you, when you have a baby sleeping and you're able to have some downtime to do projects like this, I feel like it just helps to have these boxes ready to go, and then you can resolve the problem with not having enough storage for your kids' stuff. I probably wouldn't recommend this if you had a new toy kitchen, but this kitchen was a free item, so notice it's just another project that I'm going to add to my list to like paint it and stuff. But again, it works. And so here is, I mean, I barely can't even pull it down. So I pushed it really, really in. So this will be, you know, strong enough to hold their stuff, and add an extra shelf in here. Instead of using the other thing, I just put some duct tape, and I'll keep you posted in the comments below how well it's going to hold up, but I honestly don't think I'll have any problems because I can not move it up and down. And look at me. I'm like trying to move it and the whole kitchen moves, so it is very, very sturdy in there. So notice that's for me just keeping boxes. All right, so I'm done with this shelf, and I have this other section in here. I really want to add a small shelf back here, so this is the box I was thinking to use. Notice I keep a lot of boxes, and they may not be in the best condition, but I'm going to use scissors to cut this flap off. Then I'm going to force this in, and hopefully it works. So I just tried forcing this in, and it didn't work. But I noticed that this box actually has these sides that open. And lucky for me, that means I can literally refold it to make it smaller to fit this kitchen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and let you see the end result just using a box. All right, so I bend it a little more, and now it fits. So I'm just going to work on making it look a little more crisp instead of this messy. Alrighty, I covered it with some duct tape, and now I am going to slide it in and secure it. All right, there it is put in, and again, it's really, really strong. I cannot even move it with one hand. So this will just be nice because it'll help separate these stuff. They could put some of the things up here, and I could lower it too if they want it lower, so I'm gonna wait to get their feedback. Here's another use of my makeshift boxes. So I've been holding onto boxes so that I can organize all these drawers. I just took 2 boxes and wrapped it in the adhesive paper, and I think it just looks so much better. I'm still going to do it with the rest of the boxes, but I think it's a start to the organization. So don't feel like you have to wait until you have everything perfect, because it always helps to just start. So typically we use boxes and we try to decorate them. Today we're doing a diaper box. So you first lay down and then you fold it over so you can make sure that you cover both sides of the box. And notice that I opened the box up. It just makes it a little easier to work with than keeping it closed. Notice right down here we left a little flap just to make sure that we cut enough and that it covers the full box. Once you have the full amount that you need, you can open it up and you can start peeling from one end slowly. And you always want to peel straight down instead of peeling the whole thing. So you start off with a little bit, and then you could always bend the paper over once you've peeled enough, so that you can start by laying the box down. So you fold it and you press it down. Press it down. Perfect. And then you could take the box and you could start by making sure it's centered, making sure that you have enough space to cover the full thing. And then you could just peel it back little by little as you firmly press down to make sure that it's sticking onto the box. Once you have it all covered, make sure that you seal the end. Once you sit the box up, you're going to cut each side so that it looks like this. And then you can assemble it. Make sure the top and the bottom is cut. Make sure you know which one's the bottom and which one's the top. We're going to use glue to seal it up to make sure that the bottom is actually stronger. And then the top we just tuck in. And this is what the box looks like. If you want to make the box look a little more like legit without it being obvious that it's this type of contact paper, you could always add a little knob to it. So this is what it would look like. You could put it higher, you could put it lower. I'm probably going to end up putting it higher and then putting this in the baby's room. So as I work on getting our house organized, go ahead and start saving your boxes so you can just start somewhere. And then with time, you can replace things. If you have time on your hands in the upcoming years, maybe when your kids are older, you can always replace something like I just did in the kitchen with an actual shelf. But for me, it just comes in more handy to have the boxes sitting around the house. And then as soon as I have a little bit of time, even at night, like you can take 10 minutes to do a small project instead of ordering everything that you need, like all the wood pieces and then trying to install them. I have a tendency to start projects and then obviously you get distracted by the kids, so I do the same thing and then I don't finish them. This method has helped me just get everything put in place, and then I can always replace things as I have more time on my hands and as the kids get older. All right, that's all for today. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe for weekly updates, and comment below with how you use boxes to organize your home. Thanks for watching.